Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Snack Bar. Have you ever felt that mix of excitement and maybe a little bit of stress when you're heading to the airport? That feeling of, am I ready for this trip?
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. I remember one time I was so worried I'd forgotten my passport, I almost missed my flight. Thankfully, it was just in my other bag.
That's a classic travel moment. Airports can be busy places, and knowing a few key phrases can make everything so much smoother. And that's exactly what we're doing today.
That's right. This is episode number 33, and we're diving into some super useful travel English, perfect for navigating the airport. We'll learn how to check in and how to board the plane.
Get ready to boost your travel confidence. And hey, if you're enjoying these little English lessons, please give us a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes.
It really helps us out. Okay, Kevin, are you ready to talk about airports?
Born ready, Jenny. Let's get started.
All right, our first expression is check in. This is one you'll hear and use a lot when you travel.
Definitely. Check-in usually means two things at an airport. First, it's the process where you give your bags to the airline and get your boarding pass. You do this at the airline counter.
Right. So you go to the desk and say, "Hi, I'd like to check in for my flight to London." And they'll ask for your passport and maybe your booking reference.
Exactly. Or if you've already done that online, you might just need to drop off your luggage. You can say, I've already checked in online, I just need to drop off my bag.
And the second meaning? That's for hotels, right?
You got it. When you arrive at a hotel, you check in at the reception desk to get your room key. It's the same idea. You're officially arriving and registering.
Okay, so for airports, it's about your flight. Let's imagine we're at the airport. I walk up to the counter.
And you say, hello, I need to check in for flight BA249.
Perfect. Or maybe the airline staff asks you, have you checked in already?
And you could reply, no, I haven't. Can I check in here?
Or if you're running a bit late, you might ask, is it too late to check in?
Good one. So the key is that check-in is about that official registration process, whether it's for your flight or your hotel room.
It really makes things clear. Let's try a quick practice. Imagine you are at the airport counter. What would you say to start the process?
I'd say, hi, I'd like to check in, please.
Great. Now, imagine the airline agent asks if you have any bags to check. You say, yes, just this one.
Nice. And if you did it online, you'd say, I've already checked in online.
You're getting the hang of it. It's a really fundamental phrase for travelers. So remember, check in for your flight or your hotel.
Absolutely. It's all about starting your journey smoothly.
Okay, Jenny, after you check in and go through security, what's the next big step before you can relax in your seat?
Well, you wait at the gate and then you get to board the plane. That's our next expression, board the plane.
Yes, board the plane means to get onto the aircraft. It's that moment when you walk down the jet bridge or up the stairs and enter the plane.
It's such an exciting moment, isn't it? You're finally going to your destination. You hear the announcement, now boarding flight XYZ.
And then you line up with other passengers. You show your boarding pass again, and you walk onto the plane. You aboard the plane.
So it's not just get on the plane, it's board the plane. It sounds a little more formal, maybe.
That's a good observation. Board the plane is very common in official announcements and when talking about the process. You'll hear, passengers for flight ABC, please proceed to the gate to board the plane.
Ah, I see. So in an announcement, they'll say board the plane. But if I'm talking to a friend, I might say, I'm so excited to finally get on the plane.
Exactly. Both are fine, but board the plane is the standard phrase you'll hear from the airline staff and in official contexts. Let's try some examples.
Okay, imagine you're at the gate and the announcement is made. You turn to Kevin and say, it's time to board the plane.
Great. Or if you're running a little late and the gate is closing, you might say to Jenny, hurry, we need to board the plane now.
Oh no, that sounds stressful. Let's try a different scenario. You've just arrived at the gate and the agent says, please have your boarding passes ready to board the plane.
And you reply, okay, I'm ready to board the plane.
Nice. It's all about that official action of getting onto the aircraft. So check-in is the first step, and then you board the plane.
Exactly. It's a clear sequence. You check in, get your boarding pass, go through security, wait at the gate, and then you board the plane.
It feels like you're really getting closer to your vacation. So let's practice. Imagine you're telling a friend about your travel day. You could say, after checking in, I waited at the gate and then I was able to board the plane.
Perfect. And if you see a long line, you might say, wow, look at everyone trying to board the plane.
You've got it. Board the plane, a key phrase for your next trip.
Wow, that was a great travel vocabulary boost. We learned how to check in for our flights and hotels.
And how to board the plane when it's time to get on the aircraft. 2 essential phrases for any traveler.
They really make a difference in feeling confident at the airport. So Kevin, thinking about airports and travel,
Yes?
What's the funniest or most unusual thing that has ever happened to you while you were trying to check in or board a plane?
Ooh, that's a fun question. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I'll share it in the comments. How about you, Jenny?
I have a story about a very loud baby on my last flight, but I'd love to hear yours too, listeners. Share your funny airport stories in the comments below.
Yes, please do. We love hearing from you. And remember, the best way to learn is to practice.
Try using check-in and board the plane the next time you talk about travel, or even just imagine yourself at the airport.
You're doing an amazing job learning English, and we're so happy to be a part of your journey.
Thank you so much for tuning in to English Snack Bar, episode 33. We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye for now.